Hello and welcome to St. Peter's University basketball. This evening, we are at the Times Union Center in Albany, New York for the quarterfinal round of the MAAC tournament as the 10th-seeded Peacocks take on the 2nd-seeded Marist College Red Foxes. My name is Chris Radeke, joined by Matt Torres to my right. And tonight, the Peacocks are going to look to defeat Marist for the second time in a little over a week. That's right, last Thursday night at the Anatelli Center, the Peacocks defeated Marist in an unexpected win for St. Peter's. They won that one 66-58. That broke a long losing streak by St. Peter's to Marist. Marist had defeated St. Peter's 19 straight times. The last St. Peter's win was all the way back in January of 2006. So the Peacocks are going to need a top effort if they're going to beat Marist again. Marist, as you all know, has been terrific in the MAAC tournament. They've won 26 straight MAAC tournament games. They've won 9 straight MAAC tournament titles. And though this may not be a vintage Marist team, they're still very good, and they have revenge on their mind as they look to defeat St. Peter's and move on to take on the winner of our next game, which will be Niagara and Fairfield. In our two earlier matchups, Quinnipiac defeated Monmouth 82-61. Siena beat Iona here in Albany 71-61. So right now we're going to take a quick break. We'll have the playing of our national anthem, and then we'll be back with a look at tonight's starting lineups, getting set for a matchup between the Peacocks and the Red Foxes here in Albany.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time will you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America.
Again, sorry for walking in front of you last night.
And the anthem will be performed this evening by the Marist College Pep Band.
Percentage of nearly 78%. 9 straight MAAC titles for Marist, 26 consecutive wins in the MAAC tournament, and with a win tonight, they will have earned their 13th consecutive 20-win season. In the backcourt for Coach Georges, number 3, Natalie Gomez-Martinez, a 5'7" senior from Andover, Massachusetts, averaging just under 2 points per game, 92 assists for the campaign. Allie Clement, a 5'8" freshman guard from Falmouth, Maine wears number 4. She averages just under 6 points per game. She was just named to the MAAC All-Rookie team. Number 5 is Sydney Coffey, a 6-foot junior from Hopkins, Michigan. She averages just under 12 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per contest. Coffey was last season's MAAC tournament MVP. She did not play in the game at the Anatelli Center last Thursday night. Up front, that's where the real strength for Marist is. Number 25 is Madeline Blaze, a 6'1" junior from Exeter, New Hampshire. Blaze scores 16 points per game, 5.5 rebounds per contest, coming in off a career-high 28 points down at Ryder on Saturday afternoon. Blaze, a first-team All-MAAC selection, as is number 44, Tori Giroux, a 6'3" redshirt senior from Cortland Manor, New York, a transfer from Vanderbilt. Giroux listed as a redshirt senior, has the chance possibly to apply for a waiver and come back and play another season for Marist due to a couple of injuries. Giroux averaging 17.5 points per game, 9 rebounds per contest. So between those two players, Giroux and Blaze, they average nearly 34 points per contest. The team as a whole, 64 points per game. St. Peter's comes in at 5-25 overall, 4-16 in the MAAC. Pat Coyle in her second season, she's 8-52, 13%. The 7th head coach in St. Peter's history. Coyle, a 1982 graduate of Rutgers. In her 8th season overall, including her years at Loyola, where she won 2 MAAC championships right here in Albany. Coyle with a record of 107 and 127. That's 46%. Peacocks will go with 3 guards. The point guard is number 5, Antonia Smith, a 5'5" senior from the Bronx, averaging just under 9 points per game. Bridget Whitfield wears number 50. Whitfield, a 5'7" junior from San Diego, California, 3.5 points per game. Had a good game yesterday against Ryder, 7 points, 8 rebounds. The 8 rebounds ties a career high. Number 23 is Alyssa Vellis, a 5'9" freshman from Franklin, Connecticut, averaging 8.5 points per game, 3 rebounds. Vellis was limited in the first half yesterday due to picking up a couple of fouls, played just 7 minutes, but she hit a couple of big threes in the second half, ended up with 11 points, was 4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 4 from three-point range, and she provided a spark when Ryder was trying to come back in that ball game. Number 42 is Sejana Bethea, 5'11" freshman from Levittown, Pennsylvania, 10 points, 7 rebounds per game, a member of the All-MAAC rookie team. And Samantha Meyer gets her 30th start of the season, a 6-foot freshman from Manalapan, New Jersey, wearing number 21. Right off the bat, Marist gets the opening tip, lays down the court. She missed the layup, got her own miss, and then she was fouled. So you knew Marist would come out with a lot of energy to start this game. Bridget Whitfield picks up the foul. So now Blaze at the foul line. She had 27 points twice in her career before getting 28 at Ryder on Saturday afternoon. Good rotation on the first free throw. Blaze, an excellent foul shooter, 92% for the season, now 96 for 104. Marist draws first blood. The Red Foxes lead at 1-0, now 2-0, as Blaze swishes her second free throw attempt. Peacocks will have it for the first time in the road navy blue uniforms, white lettering and numerals, light blue trim. Marist in the home white uniforms, red lettering and numerals, gray trim. Vellis out near the right hash, goes straight away for Bethea. A large Marist crowd on hand. Smith picks up her dribble at 12 to shoot. Whitfield reverses right side for Vellis. Vellis working off that screen, tries a jump pass, it's deflected. Smith tips it, but it's taken away by Gomez Martinez. Gomez Martinez into the front court, Blaze left wing. Giroux left block, spinning on the freshman Meyer, gets to the baseline, shot is no good, but we'll have another St. Peter's foul. And Marist going to their strength to start the ball game. Blaze going to the basket, missed, got fouled, and now Giroux on the strong post-up. She'll shoot 2 free throws. 74% from the line is Giroux, 102 for 138 coming in. So Meyer and Whitfield each with a foul for St. Peter's. First free throw for Giroux, front of the rim, back of the rim and in. She averages 17.5 points per game. Giroux will get 1 more free throw. Second one is perfect. last Thursday night at St. Peter's. 36 minutes, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 5 of 16 from the field, but she was 11 of 12 from the line. Marist starts off 4 of 4 from the stripe. They're 77% for the season. Meyer hands it for Smith. Smith near the right elbow, still with the dribble. Meyer reverses left side for Bethea. We played a minute in the first half. Marist leading 4-0. Whitfield, top of the circle. Velis between the legs with 8 to shoot. Right side for Smith, guarded by Coffey. Right baseline for Bethea. Has to put it up with the shot clock winding down. That was an air ball, much too strong. And here come the Red Foxes into the front court. Gomez Martinez will now look for some help. Guarded by Bethea. See if Gomez Martinez tries to use her quickness. Instead, she'll give it to Jarosz. An 18-footer from the right side. It's no good. The floorboard to Bethea. An outlet pass to Smith. Smith now angles it over to the right side in the front court, pounding the dribble near the right hash. Picked up by Blaze. Bethea right wing. A cross-court pass to Velis. A quick release 3 from the left corner. That barely grazed off the iron. So Velis misses badly on her first attempt. 4-0 Marist. We played a minute and 45 here in Albany. Gomez Martinez calls out the play. Goes right side for Clement. Her first touch. Here's Jarosz driving. She got hacked across the arm, and that is a tough matchup for Meyer. Jarosz, the experienced player, the redshirt senior, the size advantage, the experience advantage, and Samantha Meyer quickly picks up her second foul, third already on the team, and we played just a minute and 55 seconds. So Jarosz back to the stripe. First one is no good, front of the rim and off to the right. Jarosz really brings that shot back behind her head. First substitution of the game. Meyer will go out with 2 fouls. Nichelle Ingram seeing her first action. Ingram wears number 45, a 6'2" junior from Pocono Summit, Pennsylvania. Jarosz splits a pair of free throws. She makes the second. 5-0 Red Foxes. We play just about 2 minutes here in Albany. Smith up the near side into the front court. Blaze hedges out. Smith goes right side through Whitfield. Whitfield looking over the defense. Smith left wing, splits a double team. Smith lost it. The ball's loose. They tap it around. It went out of bounds off of Bethea. Both Bethea and Coffey went for it. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Marist basketball. So a slow start for the Peacocks on the offensive end. We played 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Marist leading 5-0. Gomez Martinez into the front court, one-on-one with Bethea. Goes left side for Blaze. Blaze, a bad pass behind Jarosz. A loose ball to Velis. Velis driving 1-on-2, wants some help. Gets it to Smith, left wing, underneath for Ingram. The lefty hook, no good, too strong off the glass. Ingram made a similar shot against Marist last Thursday night, a big one, as the Peacocks were able to hold off the Red Foxes. 20 on the shot clock for Marist, 17:15 to go in the first half. Marist leading 5-0. Coffey working off a pick. Coffey right wing. Coffey lobs it right block for Jarosz. Working on Ingram. Spins in the paint. Her turnaround is an air ball. Fell into the hands of Bethea. Here's Smith into the front court. Peacocks looking for their first points. Marist got back well, so now Smith will set up the half-court offense. Peacocks running a weave out front. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Ingram left of the circle beyond the arc. Right side for Smith. Smith has a screen to the left from Bethea. Smith into the lane, a jumper, falling away, and it's good from the left side. Tough shot by Antonia Smith, her first 2. Smith had 18 points yesterday against Ryder in 30 minutes, was 5 of 15 from the field. She made 3 pull-up jumpers in a row, and that really helped St. Peter's earn the win after Ryder came back to take a 1-point lead. 5-2 Red Foxes, 16:22 to go in the first half, and now we have another turnover, a bad pass by Jarosz from beyond the arc, intended for Blaze underneath, went off her hands and out of bounds. It'll be St. Peter's basketball, trailing 5-2. Smith into the front court, picked up by Coffey. Once again, the Peacocks getting some motion out front. They lob it right block for Bethea. Blaze was trying to front her. Blaze called for the hold, and that has Coach Coyle and her staff clapping their hands. They would love to get Blaze into some type of foul trouble. So that's the first foul on Marist. St. Peter's with 3. Peacocks will throw it in with 16:09 to go in the first half. Velis right wing, guarded by Gomez Martinez. Out to Smith. Smith beyond the arc. Ingram left of the circle, touches it left side for Whitfield. Whitfield with 20 to shoot. Near side for Velis, thought about the 3. Gomez Martinez was there. Whitfield, head of the arc, goes behind the back. Peacocks with 10 to shoot. Velis will fire the 3. Almost a neck ball. taken off the floor by Giroux, and here come the Red Foxes. Gomez Martinez with a right-handed dribble into the front court. Shovels it back for Coffey. Haven't heard much from her. Now she'll try a three, and it's good from left of the circle. Sydney Coffey, 35% from three-point range for the season. Hits her 38th three. Coffey comes in averaging 12 per contest. Marist has a 6-point lead. Coffey, third team All-MAAC, announced on Monday. Here's Ingram at the left elbow, left side for Vellis. Vellis has a screen from Ingram. Vellis head of the circle. Smith with 13 to shoot. Sends Bethea through. He's going to try and post up Bethea. Now Bethea will set a screen. Smith still with the dribble. A contested jumper from the right wing. That comes up short. Bethea fights for it. She comes out of the pack with it. Now drives to the basket. Her layup is good. Look at that effort by Sajana Bethea. Bethea with 2 rebounds. Her first 2 points of the night. St. Peter's down 8-4. 14:47 to go in the first half. Our next whistle will lead us to our first media timeout. Blaze, a deep three from head of the circle. That's short. Smith, the one-handed rebound for St. Peter's. Here's Smith into the front court, shouting instructions. Finds a trailer, Bethea. Vellis left side. Vellis off a screen, picks up her dribble. Whitfield lobs it over the top of the defense. Bethea caught it, and I don't know if she lost it or Giroux got a piece of it. Nonetheless, it's Marist basketball leading 8-4, 14:20 to go in the first half. Giroux, right block. Out top for Gomez Martinez on the drive. The wraparound pass to Giroux. Missed it. A lot of contact there. Giroux wheels in the lane. Missed again. And then a late whistle. We're going to have another St. Peter's foul. And that Peacock foul goes on Nichelle Ingram, her first. The team has 4. Our first media timeout of the night. 14:10 to go in the first half. Marist doubling up St. Peter's 8-4. This is St. Peter's basketball on PeacocksNetwork.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, have your attention, please.
Back in Albany, Marist leads St. Peter's 8-4 in the early going. Peacocks 2 of 8 from the field. Marist just 1 of 6, but the Red Foxes have gotten to the foul line. 5 of 6 from the stripe. St. Peter's yet to get to the foul line, and Giroux waiting her cue. We'll get a couple more free throws here. Giroux 3 of 4 from the stripe, has 3 points. 0 of 3 from the field. First free throw spins out. Mentioned earlier, Giroux 74% from the stripe. The first game against St. Peter's up at Marist was never a contest, just an easy win for the Red Foxes. They won that ball game 77-51 and never trailed. Giroux makes her second free throw attempt, 9-4. St. Peter's trailing. A little defense here in Albany. Couldn't see the floor. Here's Bethea, the hard drive along the right baseline. So Bethea with 4. The Peacocks now 3 of 9 from the field. Bethea 2 of 4. St. Peter's trailing by 3, 9-6, 13:40 to go. Checking into the game for the first time for Marist, Peyton Birchmeyer wearing number 52, a 6'1" freshman forward. Misses in the paint. Hala Mostafa just in for St. Peter's, grabs the rebound. Smith into the front court along the left side with a right-handed dribble. Smith, top of the circle, picks it up, now goes right side for Whitfield. Whitfield wants a screen from Mostafa. Whitfield guarded by Clement. Now driving the right baseline. It's Vellis, a pull-up jumper, no good, rimmed off. Rebound to Marist. Brittany Lai is in, wearing number 24, a 5'6" sophomore guard from Irvington, New York. Coffey, left sideline. Coffey now goes out front for Lai. Near side for Clement. Lai gets it back on the right side. Misses a long 2, too strong. Mostafa the rebound for St. Peter's. Here's Smith into the front court. 12:50 to play in the first half. Peacocks hanging with Marist. Red Foxes leading 9-6. Smith angles it over to the right side. Mostafa wide open for a 3 from top of the key. That's too strong. Bethea bats it, goes out of bounds. Lai lets it go. It'll be Marist basketball. Mostafa had a strong game in the second matchup in Jersey City. Had a career high. She did a little bit of everything in the second half as the Peacocks were able to grind that one out. in that ball game. Mostafa 22 minutes, 18 points, 7 rebounds, was 4 of 10 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3, and 8 of 9 from the line. Marist with 18 to shoot, leading 9-6. Coffee lost it, stolen by Bethea. Bethea 1-on-3, takes it right wing, looks for a trailer. It's Whitfield. Rebecca Sparks in for the first time for St. Peter. She wears number 1, a 5'5" redshirt junior from Teaneck, New Jersey. Peacocks with 15 to shoot. 12:05 to play in the first half. Marist leading 9-6. Mostafa driving the baseline. Her floater is no good off the front iron. Bethea tipped it, went through the hands of Mostafa, goes out of bounds. It'll be Marist basketball. Jarose will go out. Catherine Fogarty checking in. We have a timeout on the floor. Our second media timeout. 11:59 remaining in the first half. Marist leading St. Peter's 9-6. This is St. Peter's basketball on PeacockNetwork.com. Back at Albany, 11:59 to play before halftime. Marist leading St. Peter's 9-6. Iona lost today, but Tamika Martinez named the MAAC Player of the Year, so congratulations to her. Gomez Martinez down the lane. Good defense there by Ingram. Blaze back in. Blaze looked underneath. Couldn't find Jarose. Gomez Martinez with 15 to shoot. Crosses over. Picks it up. Fogarty with her first touch. Lai goes behind the back. Works off a screen from Fogarty. Marist with 7 to shoot. A deep 3 from Birchmeyer. No good short. Birchmeyer 22 of 74 from three-point range for the season. And St. Peter's has the ball down by just 3, trailing 9-6. Mostafa touches it over to Ingram. Ingram picks it up with 13 to shoot. Can't get it to Smith. Left side post for Whitfield. Goes back out to Ingram. Peacocks with 4 players on the perimeter. Sparks jumps it right corner for Mostafa. Her jumper is good. So the Peacocks beat the clock, and they're down by just 1, 9-8 Marist. Mostafa with her first 2 of the night. So St. Peter's really staying with Marist in the early going. We played over 9 minutes, 9-8 Red Foxes. Lai off a screen from Blaze. Blaze pops out beyond the arc, couldn't get the shot off. Now she'll take a 3 from straight away. No good short and off to the left. Mostafa the rebound for St. Peter. She speeds into the front court, picks it up right wing, finds Sparks who's trailing the play. She backs it out into the center circle. Peacocks looking to take their first lead. Sparks straight away for Mostafa. Mostafa driving on Birchmeyer. Mostafa on the run, and it's good off the glass. Hala Mostafa with 4 straight, and the Peacocks lead 10-9. 10:15 to go in the first half. Lie into the front court, guarded by Sparks. Sparks looking for the screen. It never came. Fogarty, top of the key for Gomez Martinez. Here's Blaze driving the right baseline, and she created the contact, but bad defense by Ingram. She didn't move her feet, and she's called for the foul. That'll be the second one on Ingram. So both Ingram and Meyer with 2 fouls. The team has 5 fouls. Marist with just 1. Marist has missed their last 6 shots, a scoring drought of over 4 minutes for the Red Foxes, and that has allowed St. Peter's to go on a 6-0 run. So Ingram goes out. The St. Peter's lineup is Smith, Bethea, Mostafa, Sparks, and Whitfield. Lai right of the arc, guarded by Sparks. A cross-court pass to Blaze, a long 3, spun out. So Blaze struggling from 3-point range to start. She's now 0 of 3 from distance, 0 of 4 from the field. Got her 2 points at the foul line. St. Peter's with their largest lead of 1 on top 10-9. 9:43 to go in the first half. Smith gets caught at the left elbow, gave up her dribble, found Bethea on the left wing, now back to Smith. Smith about 5 feet beyond the arc straight away. Bethea screen to the right. Peacocks with 6 to shoot. Smith, the kick out to Whitfield. A 3 from the right corner, and it's good. Bridget Whitfield from distance, her first 3 of the night. Whitfield comes in 31% from 3-point range, her 13th 3, and the Peacocks have a 4-point lead, and Coach Georges wants a timeout with 9:21 to go in the first half. It's a 30-second timeout. So you can clearly see maybe some of the mystique gone Marist had over St. Peter's in that game at Jersey City a week ago Thursday. The Peacocks seemed unfazed when Marist made a bit of a run. Felt like they could win that ball game. And St. Peter's with some momentum off the win against Ryder. yesterday afternoon, a 62-54 win over the Bronx. A peacock hello to Charles O'Brien, who's listening back in New Jersey and tuning in at the right time. The Peacocks on a bit of a run, an 11-1 run over the last 5:38. Take their largest lead of 4 points, 13-9. Coach George has called a timeout. 9:15 and counting here in the first half. Marist has it moving from left to right. Lie underneath for Coffey. A good catch between two defenders. She has a shot blocked by Mostafa. It's loose on the floor. Coffey came up with it. Marist still with 12 to shoot as we approach the 9-minute mark. Gomez Martinez from near the right elbow. That's a brick. Nice seal out by Mostafa. She was able to keep Jarosz on her back. The Peacocks have the ball with a chance to build on a 4-point lead. 8:48 to go in the first half. Marist in a man-to-man. A pull-up pop from the foul line by Sparks. Misses badly off to the right. Last touch by Marist. It goes out of bounds along the baseline. It'll be St. Peter's ball with a fresh 30, leading 13-9. Marist has missed their last 9 field goal attempts. They haven't scored in 5 minutes and 21 seconds. A brief delay on the floor. Not sure what it's all about. Now St. Peter's will throw it in. Sparks in the middle for Mostafa. Splits defenders. Gets to the basket with a left hand. It's good off the glass. Hala Mostafa with 6 off the bench. Had 18 last Thursday against Marist. Mostafa now 3 of 5 from the field. The Peacocks 7 of 17. Marist is 1 of 13 from the field. Jarosz picks it up, head of the circle, hands for Blaze. Marist with 15 to shoot. Blaze, a pull-up jumper from the foul line. That's nothing but net. Blaze settles it down for Marist. That ends an 11-0 run for St. Peter's. And 9 straight missed shots for the Red Foxes. 15-11 Peacocks. 8:07 to go in the first half. Sparks right wing, lobs it. Right block for Bethea, faces up, drives to the basket. Mostafa open the left corner for 3. It rattled out. It was right on line. Jarosz the rebound for Marist. Outlets to Lie. Lie head up into the front court, crosses over. Sparks beats her to the spot. Blaze left baseline, a bad pass intended for Jarosz. Mostafa knocked it away, went out of bounds. It'll be Marist basketball. Clement will check back in, and she'll have to wait till after the media timeout. 7:49 to go in the first half. St. Peter's looking for their second consecutive upset. The Peacocks lead the Red Foxes in the early going, 15-11. This is St. Peter's basketball on peacocksnetwork.com. Back in Albany, St. Peter's 7 of 18 from the field, 39%. Marist just 14%, 2 of 14. The Peacocks with a 4-point lead, 15-11. 7:45 to go in the first half. Gomez Martinez out front. Bethea gives her about 5 feet. Jarosz the catch right of the lane, somehow rolled it in. Tori Jarosz with a big basket. Jarosz now up to 6 points. She's just 1 of 5 from the field. Blaze 1 of 5 from the field as well. The Peacock lead is just 2. Here's Sparks in the middle for Bethea. Jarosz tapped it away from behind. Goes back out to Sparks. Sparks with 16 to shoot. Taylor Hughes into the game for the first time for St. Peter's. Sparks crosses over. Got a little bit of body contact. Missed the pull-up jumper. She was off balance, but they're going to say a foul on Gomez Martinez before Sparks could get the shot up. Sparks will go out. Smith back in. The first on Gomez Martinez. 2 fouls on Marist. 5 on St. Peter's. Bethea muscling her way to the basket. The easy block for Coffey. She was then able to tip it, and Blaze recovered it. Here's Coffey left wing in the front court. Coyle working on the referee. Right on the left side. Here's Blaze, a pull-up jumper. No, she fakes the jumper. Goes left wing for Coffey. Marist still with 15 to shoot. Jarosz left block. Spins to the baseline on Mostafa. No good off the high glass. Didn't draw iron. Whitfield helping out on the window. And Jarosz fouled her. A loose ball foul. That is the first on Jarosz. 3rd on the team. Marist 2 of their last 12 from the field, 3 of 16 for the game. St. Peter's 7 of 19, 37%. The Peacocks up by 2, 15-13, 6:40 to play. Smith head of the arc, looks left, now goes right to Whitfield. Whitfield hit a 3 a few moments ago. Whitfield to the foul line. Smith with 10 to shoot. Smith driving to the left baseline. Her pull-up pop is good. Antonia Smith hit it over Clement. And the Peacocks have a 4-point lead, 17-13, 6:20 remaining in the first half. Gomez Martinez head of the arc. Coffee straight away. Touches to Giroux. Giroux given about 5 feet by Mostafa. Will have a foul off the ball. It looked like that Blaze was working along the left block, maybe cutting through the lane, and she was held. Hughes picks it up. Her first. The team has 6. That jumper by Antonia Smith gives her 4. Gomez Martinez to throw it into the left of the basket. Here's Coffee, a deep 3. Had all day to set it up, and she knocks it down. Sydney Coffee has brought Marist to within 1, 17-16 Peacocks. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Coffee now with 2 threes. She has 6 points, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. 15 on the shot clock for the Peacocks. Bethea has it poked away from behind. On the right side, it's Whitfield. Whitfield picks it up, skips it near side for Smith. Smith has a screen to the right. Smith picks up her dribble. Goes right wing for Mostafa. Shot clock at 5. She threw it up. It hit off the top of the backboard on the near side of the glass. Here comes Marist into the front court. Right corner, it's Blaze for 3. That's no good. Rattled out. It was right on line. And Coach Coyle wants a timeout to settle down her team. Still 5:27 to go before half, and St. Peter's hanging right in with Marist, leading 17-16. Last possession wasn't very good. Ended up with a 3 from Mostafa that missed badly, and still have maybe a little bit more time to try and create something else. So Coach Coyle, sensing that this is a big offensive possession, calls a timeout, her first of the game. In yesterday's game against Ryder, St. Peter's led 25-24 at halftime. Then the Peacocks outscored Ryder 37-30 in the second half to earn the 8-point win. In that matchup, St. Peter's shot 42% from the field in the first half, 39% in the second, 41% for the game. Right now they're at 38%. The Peacocks just 1 of 6 from three-point range. Marist is 2 of 6. Mostafa leads St. Peter's with 6 points. Bethea and Smith each have 4. Hughes with 20 to shoot. Bounces it off for Smith. Right of the lane. The pump fake. The jumper. No good short. Barely grazed off the front of the iron. The rebound to Blaze. Blaze got it ahead to Gomez Martinez on the run. Kicks it out to Coffee. 2 number 5s going at it there. Coffee the pump fake. Now driving. Got into traffic. It pinballs out of bounds. The ref hesitated, and then he says it went out off of Blaze, who's hearing none of it. And she made a motion towards the official, and he ignored it. It would be St. Peter's basketball. 4:59 to play in the first half. Peacocks leading 17-16. The St. Peter's lineup is Smith, Bellis, Bethea, Mostafa, and Hughes. Mostafa near side for Bellis. Goes out front for Hughes. Bethea right of the circle beyond the arc. Smith goes right baseline for Bellis. Doesn't have anything. Good defense by Clement. Mostafa with 10 to shoot. Hughes left side. Hughes with some room. Hughes getting into the paint. Hughes on the run. Missed the layup. Mostafa the offensive rebound. Her shot is blocked by Giroux. Giroux put up the big left paw. Didn't even jump and got all ball. Marist into the front court down by 1. 23 on the shot clock, and now the Red Foxes. A bit of miscommunication. Coffee throws it away, and you can see the Red Foxes are a bit out of sync here. St. Peter's with an opportunity as we get near the 4-minute mark in the first half to maybe get a little bit of a lead and take some momentum into the locker room. Smith along the left wing gets a screen to the right from Bethea. Far side for Mostafa. Mostafa holding, now driving. Blaze the help defense. Mostafa double teamed, and she's lucky she didn't travel with it. Instead, we'll have a tie-up. Mostafa, frustrated with herself, smashes the ball to the ground. The arrow favors St. Peter's. 4:03 remaining in the first half. St. Peter's with 14 on the shot clock. Peacocks leading 17-16. Smith lobs it out to Bethea. Comes near side for Bellis. Bellis driving. Corner for Hughes. Straight away for Bethea. Bethea driving on Giroux. Gets to the basket. Giroux looked like she had a lot of ball, but they're going to call her for a second foul. And that's a big one with 3:55 to play in the first half. St. Peter's leading 17-16. When we come back, Sajana Bethea will get 2 free throws. This is St. Peter's basketball on PeacocksNetwork.com. Back at Albany, we head for home in the first half. 3:55 left. St. Peter's looking to pull off their second consecutive upset. They lead Marist 17-16. Sajana Bethea at the line, and they switch up that call. I guess Gomez Martinez was there and got Bethea underneath. They say the block was all ball for Giroux, so she stays with one foul. Bethea, line left, her first free throw, front of the rim, back of the rim, and off. First free throws of the night for St. Peter's. Marist 6 of 8 from the line. Peacocks with a 1-point lead. Each team with a largest lead of 6. Bethea swishes her second free throw attempt, so gives Sajana 4 points, now 5 points and 5 rebounds. St. Peter's with a 2-point advantage, 3:47 to go. Lai touches it left side for Coffey. Coffey holding. We have a foul in the lane. It's going to be a hold. And we'll see who it goes on. It's going to go on Bethea, her first. Had a hold of Fogarty. So Fogarty 42 of 50 from the line for the season. Will get a 1-and-1. Rattles down the first one. She'll get the bonus. St. Peter's starting to cool off. They've missed their last 4 shots. They've made one of their last 7. Fogarty comes in averaging just under 5 points per game, makes a pair of free throws, and we are tied at 18, our first tie of the night. Here's Smith into the front court, a right-handed dribble. Smith picked up by Clement. Here's Smith working off a screen. Mostafa fades. Now she has it. Defended by Coffey. A backdoor feed for Velez. Velez runs right over Fogarty, and she's called for the charge. So Mostafa put her in a bad spot, but Velez has to come to a jump stop there rather than just go up with the shot. The defense was there and waiting. We are tied at 18. 3:29 to go. Velez picks up the foul. That's her first turnover and her first foul of the night. Marist with a chance to take the lead back. Fogarty with some size, holding it right of the arc. Fogarty at 6'2". She's a sophomore from Peterborough, New Hampshire. Driving the right baseline, it's Coffey, the easy layup, and Marist is back out on top. Coffey with 8 points. Remember, she didn't play in the second game in Jersey City. The Red Foxes really missed her in the first game, a blowout win at Poughkeepsie. She had 7 points and 4 rebounds. Antonia Smith from right of the lane, she ties it up at 20. Antonia Smith with a pull-up jumper. She has 6 points, now 3 of 5 from the field. Marist moving from left to right. Driving into the paint, it's Clement. Goes out to Blaze on the run. Here's a long 2 from the right wing, and it's good for Fogarty. So Fogarty with 4. Marist has the lead back, so we are on the seesaw late in the first half. 2:30 remaining. Marist leading 22-20. Smith headed the arc with the dribble. Used a Mostafa screen. Mostafa thought about the 3. Now driving into the paint. A runner off the glass. No good. Too strong. And you could see that charge coming. A good defensive play by Blaze. She took the charge. And St. Peter's turns it over again. First on Mostafa. She and Velez will go out. Sparks and Whitfield return. So it's Sparks, Whitfield, Smith, Bethea, and Hughes. For Marist, it's Lai, Blaze, Coffey, Clement, and Fogarty. Fogarty set a back screen, pops out to the right wing. Instead, they go to Blaze, top of the circle, and finally she nails a 3. You knew one was going to go sooner or later. She loves popping out beyond the arc. She has a very quick release. She has 7 points, 1 of 4 from 3, and the Peacocks call it timeout. Marist on top, 25-20. So Marist responding to St. Peter's taking the lead. Red Foxes by 5 points. Coffey with 8, Blaze with 7, Fogarty with 4, Giroux with 6 for St. Peter's, Smith with 6, Bethea with 5, Whitfield with 3, Mostafa with 6. The Peacocks 9 of 25 from the field. Marist 7 of 21. So a big part of the game. Peacocks need a basket here desperately. Coach Coyle, 2 timeouts here in the first half. She has 3 left. Coach Georges was forced to take 1. Marist has hit their last 3 shots. while St. Peter's is 2 of their last 8. Sparks will run the point. She walks it over the timeline. Marist in a man-to-man. Sparks has a screen to each elbow, brings it over to the left side. Hughes, top of the key, right side for Whitfield. Whitfield working off a Hughes screen. Whitfield briefly double team. Smith right wing, out to Whitfield. Whitfield wanted to drive, couldn't get by Clement. Here's Sparks with 8 to shoot. A cross-court pass to Hughes. Hughes driving on Fogarty. Hughes gives it up to Whitfield. An open 3 from right of the circle, and it's good. A huge 3 by Bridget Whitfield. A defensive breakdown for Marist. So Whitfield now with 6. The Peacock deficit is 2, 25-23 Marist. 1:25 to go, and now Lai throws it into the hands of Hughes. Hughes into the front court, right side for Smith. Smith on the attack. The kick out to Sparks. A long 2 from the left wing. That's short. They fight for it. Whitfield had a chance at it. Bethea comes up with it. She has her shot blocked. Bethea somehow comes out of the pack with it. And now Whitfield will look to reset the offense. And when you talk about having a nose for the ball, you have to talk about Sajana Bethea. She just comes up with every loose ball, it seems. She's already has 7 rebounds for St. Peter's. Hughes touches it right side for Whitfield. Whitfield with 10 to shoot. Whitfield picks it up, needs some help. Bethea at the left elbow. Bethea on the drive. A running hook, and it's good. She barreled over Blaze. Blaze got the charge call a couple of possessions ago. Didn't get that one. She's feeling some frustration. Give Bethea 7 points. We're tied at 25 with 35 seconds to go in the half. About a 13-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Lai on the run. Missed the layup. Fogarty went over the top of Smith without any contact. Tipped it, but Fogarty couldn't control it before it goes out of bounds along the baseline. St. Peter's with a chance for the last shot here. We're tied at 25. 25 seconds to go in the half. Marist with 4 fouls, so they have a couple to give here if they choose to do so. Sparks takes her time, brings it over the timeline, just pounding the dribble, ragging some time off the clock. 10 seconds to go in the half. Now Sparks will go. Sparks crosses over, and there's Lai giving the foul. And I think Lai has to check her ankle there. She got crossed, and she came up hobbling for just a second. So Lai with her first foul. Marist with 5. They have 1 more to give with 7.8 to go. Risky pass out top by Smith. Gets it to Sparks. Sparks driving. Her runner in the lane is no good short. Hughes the offensive rebound, and she lays it in 1 second. And that's going to do it for the first half of action. St. Peter's leading Marist at halftime 27-25. And Coach Coyle out on the floor. The Peacock bench as well, congratulating their teammates. It was a strong first half for St. Peter's, and it was punctuated by Taylor Hughes getting the offensive rebound and laying it in off the glass. The first 2 of the half for Hughes, but it was a big bucket. St. Peter's with the halftime lead, 27-25. Let's take a quick look at the numbers. We'll take a break of about 10 minutes or so, and we'll take a look in depth at the first half numbers and then have a look ahead. St. Peter's shooting 39% from the field. 12 of 31. Marist 7 of 22, 32%. St. Peter's 2 of 7 from three-point range. Marist 3 of 7 from distance. The Red Foxes 8 of 10 from the line. St. Peter's just 1 of 2. For St. Peter's, it's Smith with 6. Hughes getting her first 2 at the end. Bethea with 7. Whitfield with 6. Mostafa with 6. For Marist, Fogarty with 4 off the bench. Blaze with 7. Coffey with 8. And Giroux with 6. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back at halftime. St. Peter's leads Marist, looking for their second straight upset and a date in the MAAC semifinals on Sunday. This is St. Peter's basketball on PeacocksNetwork.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Marist College cheer and dance team.
I have to agree with it, but someday you'll realize I'm telling you the reality of it. I know she should do what she's supposed to, but so it's over with. There's not, there's 3 people listening. Don't worry about it. But I'm just, huh?
I tweet out with you. I wish you had a Twitter so I can.
Yeah, well, I would be fired by now from every job that I have. Welcome back to the Times Union Center in Albany, New York. We're at halftime. St. Peter's looking to upset Marist. The Peacocks with a 2-point lead at halftime, 27-25. Marist has won 9 straight MAAC tournaments. They've won 26 consecutive MAAC tournament games. And the Peacocks hanging right in there with the Red Foxes here in the first half. St. Peter's 12 of 31 from the field, 2 of 7 from three-point range, 1 of 2 from the foul line. St. Peter's with 18 rebounds, a 16 for Marist. The Peacocks 6 offensive boards. St. Peter's with 3 assists on 12 baskets. The Peacocks with 3 players scoring 6 points. Smith, Mostafa, and Whitfield. Bethea with 7 points to lead the way. Hughes with a big basket right before halftime. Marist 7 of 22 from the field, 3 of 7 from three-point range. Red Foxes 8 of 10 from the line, 4 assists on 7 baskets. They turned it over 6 times. St. Peter's with 4 giveaways in the first half. St. Peter's owning the paint, 12 paint points for the Peacocks. Marist with 4, but remember Marist got to the foul line. They were fouled a couple of times going to the basket, so maybe that number a little misleading. Marist with 7 points off 4 Peacock turnovers. St. Peter's with 3 points off 6 Marist turnovers. Those 6 offensive rebounds turn into 8 second chance points for the Peacocks. Just 3 second chance points for the Red Foxes. The St. Peter's bench outscoring Marist 27-4, and that has to be obviously wrong. That's why you can't trust the stat sheet all the time. But neither team, if you're going to believe it, with any fast break points. 7 points for Blaze, 8 for Coffee, 6 for Giroux, 4 for Fogarty. So we're just about set here for second half action. Gomez Martinez out on the floor with Clement, Blaze, Giroux, and Coffee. Each team will start the same unit that started the ball game. Whitfield, Bethea, Smith, Meyer, and Velas. So we are underway in the second half. Meyer and Ingram each with 2 fouls. Gomez Martinez with 2 for Marist. The Peacocks with 9 fouls in the first half. Marist with just 5. Blaze thinks about a deep 3. Instead, she'll go left side for Giroux, driving on Meyer. Meyer extended the forearm. Blaze a 3 from the left wing. That's short. Weak side rebound to Velas. St. Peter's with a basketball and a 2-point lead. We played just about 30 seconds in the second half. Bethea, top of the key. Velas, right side, working off a screen from Bethea. Smith, right wing. Smith holding, 15 to shoot for St. Peter's. Peacocks working it around the perimeter. Meyer holding. Giroux gives her about 5 feet. Smith with 8 to shoot. Lobs it in the middle to Whitfield. What kind of pass was that? Whitfield posting up, was surrounded by 3 people. No angle, no opening, and still Smith put it up. Giroux in the paint, missed the layup. She was able to back swat it to Clement, and Marist will get a fresh 30. We played a minute in the second half. St. Peter's still leading by 2. Gomez Martinez with a screen to each elbow. Stepping out beyond the arc, it's Blaze. Her 3 is short. Bad defense by the Peacocks. Blaze with a wide open look. Here's Velas into the front court. Bethea goes left side for Smith. Smith holding, now putting it on the floor with the right hand. Bethea has Whitfield has 2 threes. She holds it left wing. Now they work it around the perimeter. Meyer dribbles over to the right wing. Whitfield pops out front with 10 to shoot. We played 90 seconds in the second half. Neither team has scored. Smith driving the left baseline. Smith on the run. No good with the floater. Weak side rebound to Giroux. Outlet to Gomez Martinez. Gomez Martinez into the front court. Will now look to set up the half-court offense. Mentioned earlier, neither team getting out in transition much. Gomez Martinez, a bullet pass underneath for Coffee. A good catch. She didn't have an angle, so she goes outside to Clement. Her shot is no good off the back iron. That was a 3-ball. Bethea, the easy rebound for St. Peter's. Here's Velas, a quick release 3, and it's good from the left wing. So the first 3 points of the second half belong to Alyssa Velas. Velas has given St. Peter's a 5-point lead. The first 3 of the game for Velas. Now 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. Whitfield underneath the basket get called for the hold. She was bodying Blaze. So Whitfield earns our first foul of the second half. That's her second for the game. Marist will throw it into the right of the basket. Brittany Lai into the contest will do the honors. Gomez Martinez to the bench. Coach George is having a word with her. Coffey on the run. Threw it up off the bottom of the rim. St. Peter's with the loose ball. Here's Smith into the front court. Peacocks leading 30-25. We played 2.5 minutes here in the second half. Whitfield, right wing. The lefty goes to her left. Here's Smith, left sideline. Dipped the knees. Thought she was going to take the three. Instead, she got it back out. Here's Velas. One dribble, a three from the right side. No good off to the right. Giroux tipped it, tried to save it. Went sprawling into the Peacock cheerleaders along the far baseline. And St. Peter's will have the possession and a fresh 30. 17-14 to go. St. Peter's leading by 5. St. Peter's led 27-25 at halftime. Velas with the only points for either team of the second half. Speaking of Velas, she drives to left baseline, pivots, nearly lost it, somehow got it to Bethea, missed the lefty layup. Bethea got it back, rolls it up, no good, but she was fouled. And Bethea continues to work hard underneath, even though she's outsized. She's done that all year. Lai got her across the arm. Her second, the first Marist foul in the second half. So Sajana Bethea shooting 2, line right. First one is on its way, and it's good. So Bethea with 8 points and 9 rebounds. So closing in on another double-double. She had a double-double yesterday afternoon, 12 points and 10 rebounds in the upset win over Ryder. The 6th double-double of the season for Bethea. She makes a pair of free throws, so now she's got 9 points and 9 rebounds. More importantly, St. Peter's has a 7-point lead as we go under 17 minutes to play in the game. A pull-up jumper from the right elbow is good for Clement. So Allie Clement connects, a member of the MAAC all-rookie team like Bethea. First 2 of the game for Clement. She's 1 of 2 from the field, 0 of 1 from three-point range. The St. Peter's lead is back to 5. Smith right wing. Smith looking into the post, couldn't get it to Bethea. Bodying with Blaze. Left sideline, it is Velas. Velas picks up her dribble, skips it near side for Whitfield. Whitfield tries to drive, couldn't get by Clement. Bethea with 9 to shoot. Velas head of the circle, wants a screen. She gets it. Velas on the run. Her floater is no good, short over Giroux. Giroux the strong rebound. She held it over her head. Here's Lai into the front court, alternating hands with the dribble. Met Bethea at the foul line. Bethea didn't move her feet. She reached in and got called for the foul. Good job by Marist getting out in transition. Bethea picks up her second foul. Team has 2 here in the second half. Lai will throw it in with 16:15 to go. Giroux in the paint on the run. She lays it in off the glass. Much too easy. And Giroux beat Bethea. Once again, not moving her feet. And Marist is to within 3. Just about 16 minutes to play. Smith working off a screen from Bethea. Velas left wing. Fake the 3, now back out to Smith. Peacock still with 15 to shoot. Whitfield right wing, goes to her left, her strong hand. The kick out to Smith, steps into a 3. It is good! Antonia Smith from long range. She's got 9 points. The Peacocks now 4 of 10 from distance. St. Peter's with a 6-point lead, 35-29. That matches their largest lead of the night. Marist with 20 to shoot. Coffey picked up by Whitfield on a switch. Here is Clement in the lane, a contested pull-up jumper that's strong and off to the left. St. Peter's the rebound, and Coach Georges couldn't like that shot selection there. St. Peter's with the ball and a 6-point advantage. Smith, the explosion, gets to the baseline. The kick out to Velas. One dribble, a contested 15-footer from the left side. Came up with air. Whitfield underneath the basket, tried to get it out. She was surrounded by 2 Red Foxes. Her pass was deflected and stolen. Blaze left baseline. The jumper is good, and just like that, Marist with a transition basket. Madeline Blaze has brought the Red Foxes to within 4. Blaze now with 9, just 3 of 10 from the field. St. Peter's leading by 4, 18 on the shot clock. Meyer near the right elbow. Right side for Whitfield. Whitfield left side for Smith. She'll try another 3. No good. It's spun out. Blaze fighting with Giroux for the rebound. Giroux came up with it. It's stolen by Bethea. Missed the lefty layup. Missed again. Gets it back. It's blocked by Giroux. Tireless effort by Sajana Bethea, but came up with nothing. Marist in the front court. Coffey to the basket. Coffey floats it in with the right hand from the left side. Marist to within 2. Coffey now up to 10 points, our first player in double figures. Smith, head of the circle with the dribble. Fakes the dribble handoff, nearly lost it. Smith brings it out beyond the arc right side. Whitfield sends Velas through. Whitfield, left sideline, right in front of Coach Coyle. Whitfield crosses over. Peacocks with 10 to shoot. Whitfield wants to get rid of it. Finds Smith, 5 to shoot. Smith will have to create here. Smith, head of the circle, driving on Coffey. Fades, fires, it's good! Antonia Smith beats the clock. She's got 11 to lead all scorers, and St. Peter's leads by 4, 13:35 to play. Lai into the front court. Lai looking over the defense, goes right side high post for Giroux, steps back. Now Blaze cuts through, and we're going to have another St. Peter's foul. Looks like it'll be on Whitfield again, and that'll bring us to a media timeout. 13:27 to go in Albany, MAAC quarterfinals, and they're going to actually say that foul was on Hughes, not Whitfield. So we'll check that when we. Back in Albany, St. Peter's holding on to a 4-point lead over Marist. The Red Foxes have it in the front court. And now they say the last foul was on Whitfield, her third. St. Peter's with 3 fouls here in the second half. Peacocks have made just one of their last 6 field goal attempts. Marist with Giroux underneath, and she's hammered. Nice pass by Lai from the right wing. So Tori Giroux to the foul line to shoot 2 free throws. Giroux 4 of 6 from the line. Marist 8 of 10. Giroux comes in averaging 17.5 points per game. First free throw, front of the rim, back of the rim and in. Giroux now with 9 points and 8 rebounds, looking to get into double figures here. The first game against St. Peter's, 16 points and 8 rebounds. That was up in Poughkeepsie. The second game in Jersey City, 21 and 11. Her second free throw is too strong. 37-34 St. Peter's, 13:08 to play. Smith in the front court. Uses a high screen from Bethea. Mostafa seeing her first second half action. Reverses right side for Velas. Velas picked up by Coffey on the hedge. Now Coffey retreats. Peacocks with 10 to shoot. St. Peter's needs to get the offense going here. They've struggled as of late. Smith looking for Mostafa. It's tipped away by Gomez Martinez. Mostafa held her. No foul call. Here's Lai to the basket. Mostafa blocked it. The ball's loose. Velas has it for St. Peter's. So Hala Mostafa with her second block of the night. St. Peter's up by 3, has the ball. Check that. Mostafa with 3 blocks. Smith driving to the right elbow. Goes in the air. Thought maybe she was going to pass it, but we'll see if they give her a field goal attempt. She got hit across the arm by Gomez Martinez. Third foul on Gomez Martinez, so they'll give Antonia Smith 2 free throws here. Antonia leads the Peacocks with 11 points. She's 5 of 9 from the field. Her first trip to the foul line. St. Peter's 3 of 4. And that one went front of the rim, back of the rim, hung on the front rim, and then fell off for Antonia. She's a 75% foul shooter. 31st game in her Peacock career that she scored in double figures. 13th this season. Had 13 double-figure games last season. 9 out of her last 11 in double figures for Antonia, so she's been playing very well. She makes her second free throw attempt. Bethea will go out with 12:26 to play. St. Peter's leading 38-34. Lai will walk it over the timeline. The St. Peter's lineup is Hughes, Velas, Ingram, Mostafa, and Smith. Coffey left of the arc, driving on Mostafa. Good help side defense by Ingram. Ingram met Coffey at the foul line. Blaze, left wing, picks it up. Marist with 10 to shoot. We near the 12-minute mark. Lai right wing, working off a Giroux's screen. A pull-up jumper. It's good from the right elbow. Tough shot by Brittany Lai. And Marist is to within 2, 38-36 Peacocks. Lai with her first 2 points. She's 1 of 3 from the field. Here is Smith. The hesitation dribble right of the lane. Hughes, top of the key, goes over to Smith. Now right back to Hughes. Smith wanted Hughes to look to Vellis. She did as Vellis cut back door, had her shot blocked. The loose ball to Coffey. Here's Coffey on the run with a right-handed dribble. Coffey has some room, decides to get it over to Lai. They work it into the post, right side for Giroux. Faces on Ingram. The hard dribble drive, no good off the glass. Giroux gets it home, miss. The hook with the right hand is no good, short. Giroux with a couple of golden opportunities, can't convert. She's now 2 of 10 from the field. She has 9 points to lead. Coffey leads Marist with 10, Giroux with 9, and now we have a drive in the lane by Smith for St. Peter's. She was fouled, and Tony will go back to the stripe. But first we'll have a media timeout after Giroux picks up her second. The team has 2. 11:08 to play. St. Peter's leading Marist 38-36. This is St. Peter's basketball on PeacocksNetwork.com.
Visit the official photo store for the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference at StocktonPhoto.com/MAAC to purchase photos from the MAAC Championship.
Back in Albany, St. Peter's on top of Marist 38-36. Peacock still with a 2-point lead, though. They have started to slow down from the field. Just 1 of their last 8 and 2 of their last 12. Last foul on Giroux was on the floor, so St. Peter's throws it in. 11:03 to play. Sparks back in, bounces it for Smith. Smith head of the circle. Near side for Mostafa. Ingram posting up. The pass was deflected. Ingram batted it up. Mostafa, the loose ball, then puts up a runner from about 5 feet away, an air ball. It goes out of bounds along the baseline. So not a good set off the timeout for the Peacocks. Marist with a chance to tie or take the lead. Coffey goes right elbow for Giroux. Blaze straight away. Blaze right side for Coffey. Lai in the right corner with 15 to shoot. Coffey on the backside puts up the shot. She was hammered by Smith, who took the worst of it. Coffey still on her feet. Smith crashed into her and went to the deck. So good to see Antonia bounce right back up. First foul on Antonia Smith. Team has 5. So now Sydney Coffey will go to the foul line. She leads all Marist scorers with 10. 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 from three-point range. Her first trip to the line, the first one is good. Marist now 10 of 13 from the stripe. Sajana Bethea got a bit of a rest. She's now back in the game. Hughes goes out with her 3 blocks tonight. Hala Mostafa now with 100 for her career. Mostafa, 8th all-time in St. Peter's history. Needs 5 more to move into 7th place. Both free throws good for Coffey. Marist has tied it at 38. 10:24 to play. Smith, a pull-up jumper from left of the lane, and it's good. That's Antonia's shot. And we hope to see a few more of those before the night ends. She's now 6 of 11 from the field. She's got 14 points. Remember, Smith had her career high last season at Marist, had 26 points in that ball game. So Antonia gives St. Peter's the lead back. Blaze left of the arc with 20 to shoot. We've hit the midway point of the second half. St. Peter's, the 10 seed, looking to upset Marist, the 2 seed. Marist has won 26 consecutive MAAC games. Coffee, the hard drive. She's met by contact. Shot missed badly, but Coffee will go right back to the stripe. Ingram picks up her 4th foul, and now Meyer at the scorer's table. You'd expect that she would get Ingram. So Coffee with 12 points, right back to the line. Marist 11 of 14 from the stripe. First one for Coffee is good. She's a 76% foul shooter for the season, averages just under 12 points per game. Was named 3rd team All-MAAC on Monday. So Ingram does go out. Meyer back in. Coffee hits a pair of free throws. And Coach Georges wants a timeout. That'll be a 30-second timeout. That'll extend to a full. So with 9:50 to go, we are tied once again here in Albany. St. Peter's and Marist going at it. This is St. Peter's basketball on PeacocksNetwork.com.
Fans, Marist cheerleader Sally is going to attempt to walk across the entire floor on her hands. Let's hear some noise of encouragement for Sally. Go, Sally. She's halfway there, looking good. A little further, Sally.
Back in Albany, 9:50 left. St. Peter's and Marist tied at 40. St. Peter's ball moving from left to right. Sparks at the controls. Marist in a man-to-man defense. Sparks along the left side. Looking underneath for Bethea. Goes out front for Smith. Smith with a screen to the right from Meyer. Bethea left of the circle. Has a lot of room. Fires it up. No good short. Fogarty was able to wall off Meyer for the loose ball. Here comes Marist into the front court. A bullet pass underneath for Giroux from Lai. Giroux lays it in, and Marist has the lead back. So Marist getting some transition baskets here in the second half. Bethea had a wide open look for St. Peter's. 42-40 Red Foxes. Smith penetrates right wing for Mostafa. Meyer at the foul line has room. Short. They fight for it. Giroux the rebound for Marist, and Giroux really getting on the glass. She now has a double-double, 11 points and 10 boards. Marist with a 2-point lead in the basketball. Lai straight away for Coffee. Coffee driving left, getting to the basket. Her layup is good. We'll see if Coach Coyle wants a timeout, and she will get it. And the Marist fans on their feet. The Red Foxes on a run here. They've scored 6 straight over the last minute. St. Peter's 1 of their last 6 from the field and 2 of their last 12. And St. Peter's had a couple of open looks on those last 2 possessions. First it was Bethea, then it was Meyer. Meyer doesn't shoot the ball very much, just a 34% shooter from the field for the season. She started every game, averages 21 minutes per contest, but she averages less than 2 points per game. But still, she had to take that shot, use the jab step. She was open in the first place, put it up, and just came up a little short. But against a team like Marist, you know they're going to start to attack. They have a lot of pride and a lot on the line here. They've won 9 straight MAAC titles, and they're not going to give up very easy, even though this is not your classic Marist team. 44-40 Red Foxes, 8:44 and counting here in the second half. Sparks angles left of the arc. Bethea top of the key. Mostafa right wing. Gets a screen to the left. Mostafa to the foul line. Now head of the circle. Meyer right back to Mostafa. Peacocks with 13 to shoot. Smith left of the arc. Wants a ball screen from Bethea. Here's Smith hesitating. Smith to the right elbow. 5 to shoot. Bethea left wing. Bethea will have to create. Bethea between 3 defenders. Throws it up. It went over the backboard and off the shot clock, and they're going to call a foul on Marist. There was just 1 tick left on the shot clock. And that is your prototypical bailout. And there's a case of Bethea reverting to what she did in the earlier part of the season, dribbling with her head down, but she was under pressure. She had to come up with something with the clock running out, and she put up a free throw that had sideways rotation and just scraped off the left side of the rim. So Bethea needs to refocus. The Marist foul was on Fogarty. Her first, the team with 4 in the second half. St. Peter's with 6 in the second half. So Bethea will get 1 more, shooting line right. 4-point lead for Marist. She makes the adjustment. A 3-point lead for Marist as Bethea strokes it. So Bethea into double figures with 10 points. 2 Peacocks in double figures. Smith with 14. Bethea with 10. Bethea just 3 of 12 from the field. She's got another double-double with 12 rebounds. Blaze driving the right baseline. Blaze on Mostafa. The shot is no good. Mostafa holds the hand straight up, but she got her with the body. This will be a foul on Hala Mostafa, her second.
Second personal, 7th team foul.
So Madeline Blaze at the free throw line, a 6'1" junior from Exeter, New Hampshire. First free throw rattles down. 92% from the line for the season for Blaze. She's now into double figures. She has 10 points, 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, 3 of 3 from the line. Second free throw is good. Blaze also with 6 rebounds. Her career highs, 28 points and 12 rebounds. It's a 5-point lead for Marist as we hit the 8-minute mark. Whitfield right wing. Whitfield watched by Lai. Right side for Smith. Right side post for Bethea. She turns, fires, and hits. Sajana Bethea with a big basket as the Peacocks try to hang in here. Marist with a 3-point lead, 46-43. Bethea 12 points and 12 rebounds, her 7th double-double of the season. Lai working off a screen from Blaze. Lai crossing over, getting to the basket. She puts it in, plus the foul. She beats Smith with a crossover, and then Smith fouled her from behind. So Lai has come up with a couple of big plays here in the second half, a couple of assists and a big basket there. And after the media timeout, she'll have a chance to complete the traditional 3-point play. 7:32 to go. Marist leading 48-43. They'll have a chance to tie their largest lead after the media timeout. This is St. Peter's Baskets. About 3 minutes and 20 seconds into the ball game. St. Peter's has had a couple of 6-point leads. Lai shooting a line left. It rolls off. They battle for it underneath. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll be St. Peter's basketball. So Lai missing the free throw. Marist now 15 of 19 from the line. St. Peter's just 5 of 8. So Marist outscoring St. Peter's by 10 at the free throw line. Marist with a 5-point lead, outscoring St. Peter's in the second half, 23-16. Peacocks desperately need a basket. Time certainly a factor. 7:15 to go. Peacocks with 15 to shoot. Left side, it's Vellis. Vellis, a deep three. No good, short. The rebound to Blaze. She's able to save it before going out of bounds. I don't think Coyle liked that shot from Vellis. That was a long three. And now Blaze the other way. Hits one from left of the circle. She hit it right in the face of Vellis, who didn't have her hand up. And St. Peter's now in an 8-point hole with 6:50 to play. Smith working off a Bethea screen. Goes left of the circle for Meyer. Left side for Vellis. Vellis bringing it out front. Smith right of the arc with 14 to shoot. Smith with a Bethea screen to the left. Smith on the run. The kick out to Whitfield. A three from the left corner, and it's good. Bridget Whitfield, 3 of 3 from three-point range. She's got 9 points, and St. Peter's right back in it, down by just 5, 6:20 to go. Whitfield hasn't scored in double figures this season, 3 double-figure games for her career, and I'm sure she'd like to get another 3 up on this next possession. A 3 from the left wing is no good from Clement, too strong, but Thea tips it. It's controlled by Smith, so the Peacocks with a stand, and now they have a chance to cut it to 3 or 2. Velas on the run, out top for Bethea. Whitfield right wing. Whitfield working off a screen. The kick out to Velas. Velas dribbling right. Here's Whitfield with 13 to shoot. 5:48 to play. Whitfield right wing. Whitfield driving to the foul line. Whitfield, the pull-up pop in the lane, short. So it was a good move by Whitfield, just not enough oomph on it. And Marist has the ball in a 5-point lead. Lai racing into the front court, didn't have anything, so she stops and starts. The kick out right wing. Clement a 3, no good, short. And the Peacocks will settle for Marist taking 3s like that early in the clock. St. Peter's down 51 to 46, 5:20 to go. Here's Smith hesitating with the dribble, right in the lane. Meyer wants it. Meyer looking underneath, lobs it for Bethea. Her layup is good. Nice use of the high-low by St. Peter's. Bethea up to 14. Give the assist to Meyer. Bethea now 5 of 14 from the field. St. Peter's down by just 3. 5 minutes to play in Albany. Lai goes right wing for Clement. Right side post for Giroux. Giroux the left hand. Turns over Meyer. No good short. Giroux got it back and hooked it in with the right hand. Meyer held her ground, but once the ball was loose, she didn't go after it. Giroux was able to capitalize. Marist leading by 5, 4:40 to play. Peacocks with 2 timeouts remaining. Marist with 3. St. Peter's with 8 fouls. Marist with 4. Peacocks with 15 to shoot. 4.5 to go. Whitfield right sideline. Whitfield the lefty goes to the strong hand. Bethea at the left elbow. Her jumper is good. Bethea caught that one in rhythm and nailed it. Bethea up to 16 points and 12 boards. St. Peter's won't go away. Marist leading 53 to 50. 4:13 to go. Here is Lai into the front court. Goes right side for Clement. Right block for Giroux. Driving on Meyer. Meyer got her from behind. That'll be a St. Peter's foul. And Giroux will shoot 2 free throws, and that is a tough matchup, as we mentioned earlier, for Meyer. She needs to get in a little lower stance there. Has to move her feet. Easier said than done. And looks like Nichelle Ingram will check in and get Meyer, who just picked up her 3rd, the team with 9. Giroux shooting line left. First free throw is good. So Giroux up to 14 points. She's just 4 of 13 from the field. She's 6 of 9 from the foul line. Velas and Meyer go out. Let's check the St. Peter's lineup. It's Smith, Whitfield, Mostafa, Bethea, and Ingram for Marist. It's Blaze, Lai, Fogarty back in, Coffey, and Giroux, who missed her 2nd free throw attempt. Good seal by Ingram. So the Peacocks are down by 4 as we dip under 4 minutes to go. 54 to 50 Red Foxes. Smith working off a high screen from Bethea. She'll try another jumper. It's short. She was just a step out on that one from about 17 feet away. Blaze the uncontested rebound for Marist. Lai into the front court. Lai pointing to the right side. We'll see who goes over there. It's Blaze. Instead, Lai gives it left side for Coffey. Mostafa anticipating the screen. Gets back screened by Fogarty. Fogarty left wing. Giroux posting up hard on Ingram. Ingram has 4 fouls. Marist with 7 to shoot. Lai, a pull-up jumper from just inside the left elbow. No good. It's tipped around by Bethea. Smith comes down with it. Goes to the floor. And we have a late whistle from the far side of the floor. This is going to be a Marist foul. It'll be their 5th foul of the half. It'll bring us to our final media timeout, because once Smith went down, it was either going to be a travel or a foul, and it looked like it was going to be a travel because the whistle came so late. But the Peacocks will certainly take it. 3:21 to play in Albany. St. Peter's trying to pull off the improbable upset, defeat Marist for the 2nd straight time, and end their 26-game MAAC tournament winning streak. Will they be able to do it? You'll have to tune back in about a minute or so to find out. 3:21 left, Marist by 4. This is St. Peter's basketball on PeacocksNetwork.com.
Fans, remember to visit MAACsports.com/programs to download all the MAAC championship programs on the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Make the most of the numbers in front of you every day. Play Win 4 at numbers, 2 of the many daily draw games from the New York Lottery.
Back in Albany, winner of this game will take on the winner of Fairfield and Niagara. In our first 2 ball games, Quinnipiac defeated Monmouth 82-61. Siena by 10 over Iona 71-61. St. Peter's ball moving from left to right, 3:15 and counting. Peacocks trailing 54-50. Smith head of the circle, working off a Bethea screen. Bethea right of the arc. Bethea holding, jabbing on Giroux. Bethea lost it, gets it back. We've hit the 3-minute mark. Peacocks with 9 to shoot. Here's Smith. Smith still with the right-handed dribble, crosses over. Smith, a contested jumper from the right elbow, and it's good over Coffey. Smith really held her follow-through. She loves the mid-range game. She's really started to use it at the end of the year. A lot of people that watch the Peacocks on a regular basis wondered where it was, but Smith has got it going at the end of the season. Up to 16 points, 7 of 12 from the field. Giroux the other way. She catches on the left side, goes all the way across the lane, and uses the right-handed hook to finish. Marist has their 4-point lead back, 56-52, 2:24 to go. Blaze with 14, Giroux with 16, Coffey with 16. Bethea from the right elbow, short. Didn't get the roll. Fogarty the rebound for Marist. Hands it off for Lai. Lai into the front court. And now she looks over to Coach Georges for the play call. 2:05 remaining. 20 on the shot clock for Marist. Peacocks have been in a man-to-man the entire way. Coffey head of the arc, and we're going to have a foul off the ball. And this will result in 2 foul shots for Marist. Antonia Smith picks up her 3rd foul. Madeline Blaze will shoot 2 free throws here. First one is good. Blaze now 5 of 5 from the line. Marist 17 of 22. Peacocks 5 of 8 from the stripe. If Blaze can make this free throw, there'll be 3 Red Foxes with 16 points. Second from Blaze, rims off. Vellis the rebound for St. Peter's. 57-52 Marist, 1:55 to play. Here's Smith into the front court. The handoff to Vellis. Bethea straight away. Mostafa right side. 18 to shoot. Mostafa in traffic to Bethea. One dribble to gather herself. Trying to split defenders along the right baseline. Goes out to Mostafa. A 3-ball. And it's nothing but net. She hit it in the face of Blaze. And then Mostafa pumps the fist. 90 seconds to go in Albany. St. Peter's trailing Marist by just 2. 57-55 Red Foxes. Lai into the front court, guarded by Vellis. Blaze setting a screen for Lai. Coffey straight away. Blaze, a deep 3 from right of the circle. No good off the back iron. Bethea the rebound, and she is fouled by Fogarty. That is just team foul number 6 on Marist. So on the next one, St. Peter's will be shooting. I think the Peacocks were unaware there. They're walking to the end of the floor. Vellis will take a seat. The St. Peter's lineup is Mostafa, Smith, Bethea, Whitfield, and Meyer. So the second on Fogarty. Antonia Smith into the front court. She drops the ball and calls a timeout. So a big timeout here for the Peacocks. They will have just 1 timeout remaining. 1:10 to play. Marist leading St. Peter's 57-55. And up until last Thursday, Marist had defeated St. Peter's 19 straight times. The win at the Yanatelli Center ended a streak that went all the way back to January 22nd of 2006. St. Peter's winning that ball game on senior night, 66-58. And their lone senior, Antonia Smith, having a huge game along with the freshman, Sajana Bethea. Smith, 16 points, 7 of 12 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 1 of 2 from the line. Bethea also 16 points, 6 of 17 from the field, 4 of 6 from the line. Bethea with 13 rebounds. That ties her career high. She had 13 boards against Lehigh back on November 25th. St. Peter's in the second half shooting just 10 of 28, 36% in the first half. They were 37%, 20, let's see what that number is. Peacocks were 12 of 31 in the first half. Marist in the second half, 44%, 11 of 25. They shot 38% in the first half. Marist led by Jarosz and Coffey with 16. Blaze has 15. St. Peter's will throw it in along the far side, right near the bench. Smith gets it into Meyer. 1:05 to go. Smith, the hard drive, the pump fake, and she puts it in off the glass. Antonia Smith with 18 points, and we are tied at 57, our sixth tie, and we go under a minute to play here in Albany. It's been a thriller. St. Peter's trying to pull off the upset. Jarosz left block. Jarosz with the right hand. It's good. And that's a tough matchup once again. Meyer just backing in along with Jarosz, and Jarosz is able to put that hook in from the doorstep. 38 seconds to play, 20 on the shot clock for St. Peter's. Smith with the dribble. Meyer looking underneath. Mustafa left of the circle beyond the arc. Mustafa crossing over. Mustafa with 12 to shoot. Gets it out to Bethea. Bethea unguarded, and now Coach Coyle wants a timeout. Peacocks seem unsure of themselves, and with 10 seconds to go, you have to call the timeout there. And that's going to be the last timeout for St. Peter's. It'll be a 30-second timeout. So 26.6 remaining. St. Peter's trying to pull off the upset here. They just wouldn't go away when Marist opened up the 8-point lead with a little over 7 minutes to go. St. Peter's, a team that entered tonight's action 5-25. Marist 19-10, looking for their 13th consecutive 20-win season. Marist with the fan support tonight, and you thought for a moment that the momentum would take over, but the Peacocks have been hanging in. Jarosz up to 18 points, 6 of 15 from the field. So with 10 to shoot, the Peacocks will throw it in. Mustafa will do the honors. It's Meyer, Bethea, Whitfield, and Smith. Whitfield curls through. Popping out front is Smith. Here's Bethea. She'll try a three, and it's no good. Short. They fight for it. Blaze has it. Peacocks have to foul right away. That ball was on line. It looked like it was going in, but it hit off the front rim. So Bethea trying a three. 1 of 11 coming into tonight's action from three-point range, and I don't remember her taking a three for a while. Hasn't been taking them as of late. Fouled the wrong person in Blaze. Blaze makes her first free throw. That makes it a 3-point lead for Marist with 20.3 to go. Blaze could make it a 2-possession game. Mustafa picked up the foul, her third. St. Peter's lineup, Bellis back in along with Smith, Mustafa, Bethea, and Meyer. Second from Blaze. It's on its way. It's straight, it's strong, and it's good. 61-57, Marist leading. Coach Georges calls a 30-second timeout. Marist will have 2 timeouts remaining. Blaze up to 17 points. No matter what happens here, the Red Foxes know that they've been in a game. Just a gutty effort by the Peacocks. And that shot by Bethea was a deep one from left of the circle. And it was on line just an inch or two short. And St. Peter's having to give the foul right away. You foul Blaze, who is 92% for the season. Defensively, for Marist, it'll be Giroux, Gomez Martinez back in, Clement, Coffey, and Blaze. St. Peter's down by 4, but Faye will have to throw it in along the baseline in the backcourt. She's going to try and get it to Smith. Token pressure from Coffey. Smith has it. Smith into the front court. She has to get going. 15 seconds to play. Smith working off a screen. Smith out front for Mostafa. Mostafa wants the 3. She fires it up. No good, off to the left. A contested shot. Giroux the rebound. 5 seconds to play. And Marist will go back to the foul line. And that is not the shot that Coach Coyle wanted. They still had a little bit more time, and if you can read the body language on the far side of the floor, Coach Coyle was saying drive the ball and kick it out to the wing. So Giroux to the line, 18 points, 13 rebounds. She averages 17.5 and 9. First free throw is good. A 5-point lead for Marist. Giroux getting one more short. Falls off to the right. Buffet the rebound. Antonia Smith, the last shot in her college career, is a 3 from top of the key. That grazes off the front of the iron, and that will do it from the Times Union Center. The Peacocks put a scare into the Red Foxes. St. Peter's falling 62-57, and the Peacocks left it all out on the floor. Came up just a bit short, and when Peacock fans look back on this game, the 3 from Bethea that hit off the front of the rim could have changed everything, but the Peacocks failed to get it done. Coach Georges having a word with Coach Coyle. Marist rebounds from the loss to St. Peter's last Thursday, and the Peacocks have nothing to be ashamed of. A gutty effort here up at the Times Union Center. They got the win yesterday against Ryder. Just couldn't get it done tonight as we wait for Coach Mangini to come over. And as Coach puts on the headsets, we're good to go. Coach, what a game, a gutty effort by your team.